You just want to say hello? Like, no, I mean, like, you just...
I mean, you haven't said that you're ready.
Like, oh, no, I'm saying you're just John Redcorning. Like, you're just, you know.
That's right.
All right, you know, sometimes you have to be the NPC for a little bit.
I am John Redcorn, you know. Impregnate the girl like that,
Dale's
bro.
wife, man. You don't get your bitch to steal the girl out of here, bro. All right, anyways. That being said, what is going on there, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Ninja Bread God, and you are listening to Clout.EXE, part of the Clout.WAVE exclusive suite of products. Now, that being said, to my left, we have the main man. What's your name again? I just want to make sure.
Oh, what is my name? My name is John Redcorn. Nah, this is subtle reference, aka subtle fraudulence. Yeah, the real name. Also known as Disaster Abdul. Follow me on Twitter, boys and girls. Yeah.
Follow him on Twitter if you want to hear more about John Redcorn.
AKA, yeah, that's right, John Redcorn of the FGC. What's up?
All right. Now you're trash. Now you're gone. You're actually done. Like, there's nothing I can do to save you folks. But speaking of people needing to be saved, maybe I need to be saved because apparently I've been called out. Apparently I am what they would like to call a, what do they say in the biz? A harasser. A
serial toucher.
No, whoa. That's sexual harassment. I just said harasser, right?
Apparently, serial toucher on the loose.
Serial toucher on the loose. But apparently, I'm also a evil haberdasher. I'm what they would like to call a villain in the world of Twitch and on the World Wide Web as a whole. And I'm just an all-around general potential bad guy. Now, that being
I haven't heard
said,
the Kotaku article on this, so I don't believe what you're saying, but sure.
I mean, they haven't written a Kotaku article on me yet, but it's coming. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It is coming. So that being said, last night I was streaming some good old-fashioned Apex Legends, in which I then was dumped into a game with my homie Cautis, and with our third person being a Twitch streamer named Redacted. Well, they're Lily Dumplings, but we'll just say Redacted for now. And what ended up happening is we get into a game, and they decided that, you know, we were going to have a great time. They wanted to get the game over with. We were playing, whatever. It was a quick game. We lost in like, 4.5 minutes? That includes loading time. That includes dropping time. And we land. We have a game, whatever. Now, later on, they come into my stream when we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links with my boy Nate. And she says that I was problematic. And the reason why I haven't addressed the details is because they clipped details in my stream. So we're going to watch the details. You're going to be able to see the deets for yourself and make your own judgment. That's all I'm going to tell you. There was a game that happened, and they said that they didn't like how I handled my business because apparently I was in the wrong. Now, keep in mind, you're going to want to look at the microphone in-game because when it flashes, that means that they can hear me, and when they can't hear me, and we're going to look at the 3 clips. It'll take about 3 minutes because they're each a minute long, and come on, Discord. Look, I understand my Discord's popping, but like we're definitely going to have to enter streaming mode because I'm getting tired of bloop, bloop, bloop every 2 seconds of my life. All right.
Hey, man, you blowing up. They want you.
Look, man, that's how you get the clout now. All right, anyway, so for you and your viewing pleasure, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you're probably going to want to see this. So let me go over here and go to my Twitch. Let me go over here to my videos and go to the clips page and go to yesterday. And yeah, they're the top 3 clips. All right, fine. Cool. That makes everything that's about to happen here a lot easier to divulge into. So bada boom, bada bam, you can see it. So I'm going to pass you the headset because I already know. Like, you're going to put this is the one that's going to give you the live audio.
Oh, all right.
So you get blessed. You get blessed with the big boy speakers, bro. You get blessed with the big boy speakers. Now, I'm going to play the clips. These are unedited. These are what she clipped, and she said that I was uncomfortable, problematic, and I went about it in the wrong way. So we're going to play these clips in order, and you say whatever the first thing that comes to mind. Boom. This is their first clip.
Is because there's still a lot of people.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Also, drop us wherever. I trust you. You seem responsible.
Responsible, huh?
Oh, thank you.
Hey, look. If someone's willing to drop, they're responsible. That's something I've always said on my stream.
I couldn't tell. I thought that was a soundboard. Didn't even sound like a real person.
How are you on this fine day?
Fine enough. Fine enough. Yourself? I was about to straight up ask him, yo, how's the helium?
Play today and,
Like, I was really, like, boy, I was up.
Apex.
So basically, I'm pausing here. Basically, what I said in the video there was, look, I was about to ask him a question that might be considered rude.
Yeah.
And I didn't ask it because that would have been rude.
That helium. Yeah. I mean,
it's a throwaway one-off joke that, like, come on, people who have said worse, infinitely worse about, like, that's not even like a roast. That's just saying you have a high-pitched voice. I'm sure you're aware of that, but I was just acknowledging it. That's it. So I didn't say it. My stream heard it, but me and my stream, we roast everybody. My stream chat roasts me. That's what we do over here. Because on the internet, some people are thoroughbreds, all right? We can be a little savage, but that's not even an insult.
I mean, maybe she just thought it was insulting that you were doing that because you don't know who that person is.
On the internet, that was insulting?
Hey, man. I'm not saying all that, but the fact that she, like, tracked you down and was just like,
well, see, that's the weird part. You can't clip something until my stream is over.
So
which means that either two things happened here. One,
she sniped you.
No, that's not a snipe. One is they saw that my name and they remembered it and decided that afterwards they were going to look me up. And then they went through the stream and tried to comb through the footage to find the game where they played with me. For whatever reason, maybe they wanted to see how it was from my perspective. I don't know. Or option B, somebody in her chat opened my stream up immediately and then tried to blow this out of proportion saying that we were talking mad shit about somebody when we weren't. But we were talking the maddest of shit about somebody. And then she obviously got upset and then came here. Because there was like a 2-hour gap between my streams.
Really?
But anyway, that's not the point. Point is, you see how we landed within a minute.
Thermal grenade at me.
Within a minute, and Carlos is already down. I couldn't hit a shot on that guy to save my life, but then we got the shot. Now, then they went on to hit us with combo number 2. This is their second clip. Why am I trying to get you up?
Got one down. Really?
Well, that could have gone a lot better.
Wait.
I just started laughing.
Well, good luck on your next game, bud.
Yeah, you too. Have a wonderful stream.
Okay.
You got clapped. Where's the toxicity? Welcome to the hot zone.
Like, oh man.
Wait, I couldn't tell if that was a human being or not either. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude.
Well, easy way to check. Let's go look at the tweet.
Bro, I'm not about to like spy on nobody, bro.
I'm mad you say that.
That voice legit sounded like
that person spied on you.
The stupid thing Umi used to do, right? That got on my nerves. I was like, right? It was something fish. It was a Skype app, and it could modify your. Now all I said there was it reminded me of this person named Umi. You know Umi.
Yeah.
And she used to come on Skype with this voice mod that would like raise her voice a couple of octaves and like make it like a little bit squeakier.
I mean, it sounds like a voice mod.
Yeah, and her voice sounded exactly like that voice mod.
It sounded like it might be a voice mod or just I don't know. Maybe that person sounds like that. But
well, here's the thing: if they sound like that, who really gives a shit? If I really had a problem with her voice, you know, she should have came here and been like, "You got a problem with my voice? Well, who gives a fuck? This is my voice. I'm proud, and what?" And that'd have been the end of it. That's all it needed to be.
I mean, I think all that was just someone being like a little bit insecure about something that, you know.
Well, I'm not preying on somebody's insecurities. I'm just telling you what happened,
man,
bro.
It's not all that.
Oh, wait, actually, that's for later. That is actually for later. Oops.
Hey, at least she's not like trying to like ruin your life or anything like that. Like, oh, Ninja Red God is a horrible person. like no, none of that is happening. So
yeah, I know this is not an attack on anybody. Hold on, I accidentally closed the wrong tab, so now I gotta find the clip again.
But yeah, I mean, like,
yeah. All right, uncomfortable voice 3. This is the last one that they clipped.
Yeah, they're a person. Oh, someone actually said like, why can't I ever find nice people like that?
Apparently, someone in their chat said, why can't they find nice people to play with like us?
I mean,
so yeah, being friendly.
She only said like 2 or 3 things, so.
This is your champion.
It's the season opening. It's really fun to do stuff.
You know what?
They actually mentioned
Let me, huh?
They actually mentioned their voice in their description.
All right, show me. I gotta see what their layout looks like. Yo,
like,
I'm telling you, Cardis is like WikiLeaks, bro.
It's the
He
game
scanned
of
their
the
entire
smart
bio
girl.
and was like, "Oh, they actually bring up their voice in the bio."
Cardis is the dude in the movie where like they come up and they're like, he's like, oh, we only have 10 minutes to get this done. It's gonna take us 5.
Cool, good for
Get it done in 3. All right, it's done.
But after that, we didn't mention him the rest of the stream. Like, it was like out of sight, out of mind, and yeah, that is all it took. That
right.
in and of itself is what got them to come into my chat 2 hours later and, you know, say I was problematic. Now, if I was problematic, chat, you go ahead and tell me. Like, maybe I need to go to some sort of counseling or something, because I just didn't see it. I just honestly didn't see it. I honestly just did not see it. The only other thing that happened out of that was one of her followers, because I actually went to, during my stream, on my Yu-Gi-Oh stream, I went to go check. One of her followers came in the chat and said, "You're not black. Actually, you're white. Matter of fact, I know you're not black because you're black and you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh. That's not black." And I'm like, that is infinitely more problematic than anything I ever even thought to say.
that is the Shuby call right there.
That is the Shuby mating cry right there.
Like, what is that nonsense? You're not black. You're playing Yu-Gi-Oh. First off, black people definitely play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Exactly. I was like, first of all, Merrick was in the show. Like, you ain't about to tell me. Like,
Merrick? All right.
My man was a villain. He was real. Where do you think the Millennium items came from, huh? It definitely wasn't Europe, I'll tell you that.
But yeah, that's stupid. I mean, like, them coming in there trying to say some nonsense like that. But like,
where's the thing? I'm not even gonna say that. She felt that I had offended her. I mean, she's allowed to address that. Whatever. I'm not worried about that. It's just, you know, we could talk about it. We could be like gentlemen and ladies. We can have a nice conversation.
So how'd you even find out that like she had a problem with all these things?
No, when I was doing my Yu-Gi-Oh stream, I was with Nate. She came in my chat and started typing this.
Oh.
That's how I even knew this was even a thing. And then they said I clipped some things. So then I went to, because if your channel gets clipped, you can go see what other people have clipped. And they literally named it Uncomfortable Voice 1, 2, and 3. Like, they literally put it in sequential order.
Okay.
So reading into that was very easy. That's very easy information.
Wait, they named the clips Uncomfortable Voice, but like the last one didn't even have that person's voice in it. Whatever. But yeah, like I guess...
no, they were trying to get the whole thing, like me being uncomfortable about their voice.
I mean, it didn't sound like you were being uncomfortable. It just sounded like you were making jokes for the stream.
Yeah,
like,
that is part of entertainment, but you know, it is what it is, folks. That's just the appetizer.
I think it would have made more sense to make the jokes, you know, like on the the player chat or whatever, so that she could hear them and just be like, oh, ha, 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 you know.
I play left-hand controller, right-hand mouse. If I want to talk to someone, I gotta like I gotta put the controller down and press T on my keyboard.
One of these days, you need to show your people how you play these games.
I do. Man. I tell them at the beginning of every stream. They know this.
No, man, they gotta see it. They gotta see it with their eyes.
Whatever. I'll use your camera, take it off you, and put it on my hands.
Yeah,
put it on my hands.
Yeah, isn't that the new tech right now? You got 2 cameras. You got one for your face, and you got one for the hands.
All right. Anyways, all that being said, I wanted to take a little bit of a moment to talk to you guys about esports and sponsorships and how, like, it is not worth selling your soul to just jump out here on the first set of letters that can jump in front of your username. Because, like, some of y'all selling yourself short. Some of y'all out here putting advertisements on your stream, on your layout, and the only thing this sponsor has done for you at all is give you a banner. They haven't tried to get you to an event. They haven't even offered to get you to an event. Like, even if you were to say, hey man, I'd like to go to Dragon Con or, I don't know, Combo Breaker or Evo, like, they don't even, like, at you with nothing. They don't try to get you a hookup on nothing. They don't try to communicate with you on shit.
It's cool. I'll fly you out to your local. Don't worry.
Your local? You better take this gas money and be gone somewhere. This $8. And, like, you know, you'll be busting your ass making content creations. Now, keep in mind, me and Lily Dumplings did follow each other. You're looking at that and say, wait, they're following you. Yes, they hit the follow button. I return the favor.
I mean, it sounds like there's no real beef here.
I just want there to be clear that there was no real beef. I'm just acknowledging that it
listening to like the things that she said and like the way she was going about it and like her tone and whatnot. I mean, it just sounds like she was just maybe like a little bit concerned. Like, oh, I think you came off this way. I'm sure you didn't mean anything by it, but hey, just wanted to point this out. And I'm sure you guys had a nice conversation.
Hey, you. Dialogue. That's it.
Yeah, like, she didn't come at you with with the strap. Like, hey, your address is this. I'm coming. Like, whoa,
take it all down. Burn in hell. Like it never got to that part. All right.
I'm sending the goons. They're coming in. That's right. You're not black.
The reason why I brought that story up was just to say that online things can get lost in translation. It happens very often.
I mean, hey, like, back in my day,
you'd
get on back in my day, you'd get on one of those player chats and then some dude's jerking it and it's like, no!
Bro, you just hear like, bro, are you getting it or is that macaroni and cheese out there?
Yeah. Do you hear me, guys? Do you hear me? Like,
no, during the days of Halo 3, bro, you would just hear it and they'd be like, oh. Sorry, guys, can you hear that? And you'd be like, yeah, we can hear that. And he's like, all right. Oh, and he just keeps going. It's like, hey!
It just makes me think of the episode of God, what was that Zizon star? Oh, Master of None, where there was like a subway like dude that was like jerking off on the subway all the time, and so finally, because people were just uncomfortable and just kind of dealing with it, and so they were just like, hey. What the hell? No, citizen's arrest. You stop turning off right now. We're gonna call the cops. He's like, what? And so like towards the end of it, they asked him. They were just like, dude, why do you do this? And he's like I don't know. I just get off to it. Like I like it. Like, why is that such a problem to you? And it's just like, wait, hold on. Don't make me have sympathy for the subway like masturbator over here. Like come on.
Could be worse. Could be that Dave Chappelle. To tell you the Dave Chappelle story.
The joke.
The dude got on the bus.
All right, everybody back up.
All right, everybody back up. That's right. I see you over there. Mash your tits together. Yeah. Ow. I weaved it like and someone else just took the full money shot to the face. Oh. Bro, I can't even imagine. That would be awful. That would just be miserable. That would be a miserable experience for all parties involved. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Yeah, I would not.
But anyway,
I'd be one of the people that's like, hey, stop that shit. At least go to the back.
Anyway, we digress. Back to this esports thing. Like, a lot of y'all have, whether it's video editing talent, whether it's cosplaying talent, whether it's the ability to just be marketable in any sense of the term. Like, some of y'all have like got to stop joining these glorified clans, because a lot of them is some glorified clans. Like, they don't host events, they don't run events, they don't give their players any sort of like dividends, and like there are some of y'all who are like legit could make top 8 or top 16 at any given tournament, and y'all are sponsored by
Joe Sixpack.
Joe Sixpack, who probably ain't even picked up the sticks in any of these games you sponsored to play.
Or Dragonzord eSports, like some crazy like Ethernet eSports.
I would sign up for Dragonzord eSports if the follow alert was the Battle of the Great Handshake. No, but it's gotta be the handshake. Welcome to the fold. And it's the level was it the level 2? It's level 2 in that game, right?
What are you talking about?
Bars, Battle for the Grid.
Oh, okay,
where Dragonzord does the hit missile.
Yeah.
Handshake.
Okay.
So you know what I'm talking about, bro. Esports, what is the word now? Like, look, you just got people who like will sell their pretty much just sell their entire self short just to be part of glorified clan number 337. You know what I'm saying? God bless you for supporting black business. Look, man, I'm happy to support black business. Only problem is when people
Wait, what? What is this black business stuff about? Wait,
huh? No, read the chat, man.
No, I see that, but I don't know what this is a reference to. Thank you for supporting black businesses.
I threw votes to Silver Eye and Katana Prime.
Oh, okay. Wait, but Katana Prime. All right, we'll go with that.
Look, man, it's You got to get both complexions, you know what I'm saying?
No, man, Katana Prime's hair is way too good for him to be...
Bro, I'm asleep. I'm actually disgusted with you.
Hey, man, I'm just a little jealous, man.
Get out!
That.
Get
Not only is he light skinned, he got good facial hair. He got long hair too. Ah, come on,
Sounds
man.
like a hater to me over there, bro. Get out. Yeah, I'm happy to support Silver Run. I'm happy to support all the people I threw votes at. Yeah, I threw votes at Tweety. That's right.
I mean, do what you got to do.
Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I was not expecting the who's in top 3 right now to be the top 3 right now. I will tell you that right now when it comes to the Summit votes for MK11. But we will talk about Summit in a few topics. So, next up on the list, there's a huge thing circulating in the rumor mill, and I don't even know if it's true. Because some of it is just so bizarre that you can't even fathom that this would be true. Like, it just seems like ridiculous in a way that I can't even really begin to fathom, for better, for worse, indifferent, blah, 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 blah. And it has to do with Noble Esports. Now, I'm not going to say names, but if you want to know their side of the story, I will go ahead and drop the twit longer in the chat, where you guys can make a judgment and informed opinion upon your own behalf. But once again, this is one side of the story. This is not something that has been... I don't even think this has been picked up and ran with, because I'm pretty sure most people don't even think it's true. But, you know, this is just something that came down the rumor mill a couple days ago.
I mean, I'm pretty sure most of the people who can corroborate the story can't say anything about it yet.
Because I'm sure a lot of them signed NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. Also, never sign an NDA if you think something looks sketch. If you think it's sketch, just stay away from it. If it looks sketch and there's an NDA, just run for the hills.
Get a lawyer.
First off, get a lawyer. But second of all, if you can't even get that, just run for the hills. Like, literally, running man stance and don't cancel. Just leave the opposite direction ASAP. So
just get that PDF, go to freelawyerconsultation.com, upload the PDF, be like, excuse me, should I sign this?
Does this look good to y'all? This Gucci over here? But
so you can get that email that says, hell no!
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no, no, no. But anyway, that being said, there's names in here. I'm not going to disclose them because... like I said, this is something that is kind of juicy. But basically, the H1Z1 Pro League had a few pro players and various teams, in which Noble also had some people in the fray. Now, that being said, long story short, they got these players. They made the players have to pay to even sign their contract. So imagine if you went to a job and was like on the job hunt, and they said, yeah, we can give you this application, but you have to purchase the application, or you have to purchase your rights to be able to actually work here, even though you've already been quote-unquote hired and you made it through the first couple of rounds of filtering.
Ridiculous. Y'all found me. Y'all found me.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all picked me. Like, hello? Like, how does that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But
excuse me, sir. I really want you to be on my team, but you got to pay this entry fee of $25.
So basically, they got them living in like an apartment situation where they have them all blocked up, blah 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 blah, and they were gonna have a gaming house, but they had to stay in this temporary spot for a little bit, right? But instead of getting like regular furnishings, apparently they're accusing Noble of going out of the way to, and I quote, buy expensive furniture, but the players who they just hired are going to be on the hook for the expensive furniture and furnishings that they bought for the house. So they're paying for the feng shui that they didn't even get to choose.
On top of the application fee. So
on
now
top
you got
of the
application fee, you got furniture.
So they're in the hole, and they ain't even started. And eventually they get accused of saying that Noble doesn't pay rent, even though they promised to pay rent.
Oof.
Then, on top of that, where they said the funds were going to be going and the allocated money was going to be going to the players and blah, blah, apparently the chart was wrong.
Oof.
Apparently, no one knew where the money was going. Apparently, not only did they say that they were running low on funds, they said that they find out that apparently a couple people at Noble were spending thousands of dollars giving them to random Johnny Hoo-Ha and Jesse No Names on streams.
What? No.
That's all that's in here.
All right.
That's what is in this long diatribe here.
All right, now I'm flipping tables. I'm like eSports is out the window now. Sorry, sir. I'm marching into your office. You give him the money that you promised me away to random people on the stream. Well, I'm out here struggling.
And then there's accusations of they allowed players to go homeless. because they didn't pay the rent, and then they had to move all these people, and like these people flew out to Vegas to compete for this thing, by the way.
Oh man.
And there's a lot of things. Apparently, they promised people starting positions, but then the starting positions weren't there, even though they had already moved out there to get there. They couldn't bring their girlfriends or significant others to the house because they claimed it was a distraction.
That's weird.
But that was only for some players. Apparently, other players were allowed to bring theirs.
Hold on. No. If anybody's going to be fucking in this house, it's me. Wait, how is your girlfriend a distraction when she's got to know the deal at that point? She knows that you're into that. Like, come on, man. Nobody's girlfriend who's like into gaming like this is gonna be more of a distraction than she is an actual like support beam, like a help. The support beam is not the way I want to say that, but like an actual like help with this whole thing. She's probably gonna boost him up. Like you get nervous. Like your girlfriend's gonna be there to help you out when you're nervous. Rub your shoulders, be like, hey, don't Joe Biden and like sniff the back of his head and be like, all right, like they're gonna be there to console you, help you, motivate you, all these things. A lot less than a distraction. Plus,
yeah, but the other accusations in here were wild because apparently they were getting evicted for one because rent wasn't being paid.
Oh.
And then, and this is the wild part. This is one of the wild parts here. Not only that, apparently they had edited content, and the Noble said we're just not going to use it.
What?
Then on top of that, instead of having to pay for the stuff that they wanted, they had to pay monthly for this expensive furniture, and then apparently they had no freedom with their own money.
That's the thing that really pisses me off.
Like what in that contract is so ironclad that you can't even use your own moolah?
Yeah, like what are you paying me for me to just relinquish my ability to spend my money?
Or did Noble have like I don't know? Some of this just seems like so weird because like some of this seems like it's like Noble is a sack of shit. Like I said, this is air quotes here. Is a sack of shit esports organization. But a lot of this looks like no, y'all are dumb. As a group, y'all might actually be dumb.
It's either they're dumb for signing it, or somebody like held a gun to their head or something. Like that's wild.
Like some of this sounds so surreal. It's like this would be unfathomable.
I know people who are in Defendum who would not relinquish their money that easily.
Like bro.
Like, come on, man.
Look, if there's like 12 of y'all plus your girlfriends or whatever, like at this point, like some of y'all can cut grass on the side. Like there ain't no reason for y'all to be going homeless out here. You know?
They were not allowed to go to somebody's house and cut the grass. They're like, yeah, we're watching you. We see you over there trying to negotiate.
That seems like a lot of money. Like some of it just seems so far fetched, but at the same time, a lot of it just seems like how does a rabbit hole even spin in this situation?
Who knows? Like that.
So then they go on to say that rent was taken out of their accounts for the month they got evicted.
My accounts have no money?
So no, the rent wasn't paid, but they took the money out of the rent box from the players. Like the players paid, but the rent wasn't paid.
Whoa.
And now people are like, hey, you're not getting paid. There are people who are like, hey, we can't really do anything. Apparently their manager was kicked out with an 8-day notice, which is completely illegal in the state.
Yeah, they could probably sue for a lot of this stuff. If like, taking money away from the players is involved, then at least.
And apparently some players never got paid, and then they were broke, and then some of them, when they got evicted without notice, were homeless, and apparently a couple of people only ate oatmeal for weeks straight. Had no money for food, got extremely sick, lost a bunch of weight, and is still dealing with medical bills and sickness because of this.
Unless the contract says you can't sue us over this, I'm pretty sure I'll be suing some people over it. Like I signed a contract, and you said you pay me this money, and I got zero, and you took money away from me.
And then like they said that they hear roommates throwing up every morning because like they were apparently like look. I'm not even trying to be rude. I'm not gonna cut corner. The way they're describing this is it's a esport concentration camp. That is basically what they're trying to pander this off as, and it just sounds so WTF. Like you can't. That would be unbelievable. But a lot of it seems like the players could have done a lot more to just not deal with that. Unless they did that thing where they're selling their soul because, this could be their big break and they'd rather suffer now to prosper tomorrow.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of them thought of it that way, but like, if you're doing all that and you got nothing in return, that's I don't know, that's not worth it. Plus, that just sets up for a story later on of being like, yeah, I'm glad I got here. No thanks to Noble Esports, for all the struggle and the pain that I went through to get here. The hard work feels worth it now, but I don't know. That what they're doing is disgusting. It's awful. And if that's the case, if that they're trying to expose that later down the line, then
because here's why I think it's weird. Because if you actually go back and look, you'll see people tweeting about this very situation as early as like November last year.
That's
which is why it's like, if it was this serious, don't you think more people would know? But at the same time, it's like,
I mean, there's always a first for things like this. So, like, they're probably like the first group.
There's always a first. But it just seems so. It seems like there's fault. Like, I feel terrible if this is true. I feel absolutely horrible for the players and the people who are their plus ones in the house, and like, I feel bad for them tremendously. Heart goes out to them. But it just seems like, well, maybe actually we don't know how old these people are, so maybe they just haven't had enough life experience to know when they're being taken advantage of.
I mean, yeah, maybe they're young, but like, even then, it's just like,
sometimes you just gotta smell fishy, bro.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you in the middle of an aquarium and you just gotta be like, smell fishy around here, boys. Like, we might want to do something here.
Look, if they're telling me I can't spend my own money, then that's instant problem. Like, it doesn't matter how old.
Like I said, some of this could just be the way it's worded, but like, it just seems like really, really awful. And then there's a thing down here where they said we are all struggling, and this is a tweet from September of last year saying that they're sorry for the struggles. We are struggling because of this situation that the org has no control over because of this league. So now there are people who are saying that the league is the problem. And that's one of the people who was actually accused of being a terrible person that wrote that message.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
So, yeah, one of the people who was accused of being the terrible person said that it's the league's fault, not us, right?
Ain't no damn league that's going to tell people not to eat.
But that person who said we are all struggling, the chick who posted that text message saying we're all struggling, but then posted that person who said I'm struggling to stream, and it says they have $1,100 donated to them by the person who's supposed to be struggling.
Oh.
Like, it shows a streamer, but apparently the person who is struggling donated $1,100 and $1,000. So $2,100 to random streamer 437.
That's way too fishy. I mean, like, even if they
like,
had
you
the
can't
money
say we're
before,
struggling, but then we find out you're donating over $2,000.
Well, hey, maybe they had the money and they couldn't spend it because of the contract. Like,
no, we're saying the person who spent that money was the one who gave him the contract.
Okay. Oh.
That's how they've worded it here.
Okay, give that man the hand then. Like, excuse me? Sorry, guys, we're struggling. What about that $2,000 that you just... Nah, don't worry about that. That's part of the struggles here.
And now people are talking about it here in this thread, and I guess I'll also link the thread. But that's why I bring up esports. Esports is the wild, wild west sometimes. Like, if this is true, hope it isn't. But if it is true, like, first off, that's wild. Second of all, some people you gotta learn your worth. Like, you can't be treated like a subhuman degenerate to play some video games. Like, it's no letters at the front of your name is worth it.
Yeah, that's not cool.
It's really not. But that aside, there's always other things to be mad at in the world. Like, people are mad at the Lion King.
People will find a way. They'll find a way. I tell you that right now.
To be mad for no reason.
You can go on Twitter and find a way to be mad. Like,
over the Lion King. You got people who are mad because Scar is on the Dark Main Lion. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a few joke posts about this that are just jokes. But there's some people who are actually trying to make some racial connotations that Scar isn't dark enough. And it's like, all right, you people are silly and just need to be put in a box over there. Then you got people who are saying, oh my God, I'm so done with this movie. The trailer spoiled everything. And it's like, if you don't know Lion King by now, you should probably just never know.
There's a play, there's a movie, there's a second movie.
There's a half movie.
Yeah, there's a half movie, there's another play.
There was a show.
They're on ice. Like, come
like,
on.
Lion King's plot has pretty much been engraved in Western culture, worldwide culture at this point, let's be honest.
Yep.
Like, if you're saying that it spoiled the movie, then, like, you're either under the age of 8, because I know 9-year-olds who know about this, all right?
I mean, that's who this live-action movie is for.
I mean, I get that, but the 8-year-olds
you know.
aren't the ones on Twitter saying, how could they spoil a movie like this for me?
Exactly. That's the problem with a lot of people who get mad at these things. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe they're doing it this way. Hey, bro, it's not for you. Like, oh my God, I can't believe Teen Titans Go is like this. It's not like the old Teen Titans.
Like, it's
hey,
not
man,
for you.
it's not for you. It's for your son. How
But
dare they?
I don't have no son, and we see why. We see why.
Not you, Joe. I'm talking about Jimmy in the back. Come on, man. It's for his son.
Jimmy in the back, boys. So, all that aside, right? Like, it's just weird that people get, like, angry over the most trivial things of all time. But, speaking of trivial things, come on, Sony. You won't give us the power to change our IDs on PlayStation Network, like, what, 7 years in the game?
Hey, man.
Like, I mean, and I understand better late than never, but it seems kind of ridiculous that now we're getting the ability to change our PlayStation Network IDs. But even that comes at a cost.
Yep, problematic.
Problematic behavior, boys. Woo! So you may be wondering what happened. So, yeah, if you change your ID on PSN, there are certain games where you log in, it's like, nice try, fuckboy. You obviously hacked this account because we don't know anybody by that name. And it's kind of interesting because it's very similar to how I told you guys a couple of months ago that you can steal other people's YouTube IDs. Like, you could type in your own custom URL and steal another YouTuber's URL. So instead of going to youtube.com/NinjaBreadGod, you could take my username and you can make your channel Ninja Bread God, and someone types in my channel name and all of my channel links will direct to your channel instead. There was a video that we talked about that a couple months ago, but that being said, it's kind of similar to like that on PlayStation Network, except we don't know if you could take someone else's username and then take their save file. Hasn't been any reports of that. But if you change your username, there are some games that are like, we don't know anybody by that name here, and all of your data basically just gets erased.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that great? Like, I'm pretty sure this is a problem that they had like a beta for this, and people in the beta were having this problem, and they like their accounts were getting like wiped out, you know, locked, all kinds of nonsense was going on with them, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna fix this, and now it's out, and the same problem is happening. Like, that's weird. Like, I've definitely heard this problem happen before when they like, you know, initially said they were gonna do this, and like I guess some people had like access to the option, and they were supposed to have already fixed that. I actually totally forgot that they were like adding this feature because there have been so many updates since then. But hey, it's cool, it's there, but you can't use it right now. We've got to fix it. You know, it's probably like something with like the DRM for these games or some nonsense security for this game. It's like, hey,
because they changed the system for PlayStation Network, but they may not have changed stuff for these older games.
Yep.
Because that means every game would have had to put out some sort of patch to change something. And since that obviously is going to happen, there are going to be some games that are going to be volatile to have this weird glitch, I guess, if you want to call it, happen to them. Yeah. And there's a list floating around of which games there are. If I can find it, I'll throw it in the link in the video description below. But speaking of things that we can't find, or might have to find, where is he? I don't see him. I don't know. Do you see that masked man? Do you see him? Have you seen Joker? Because I haven't seen him.
Oh, well, you know.
Because, I mean, apparently he was supposed to come to Smash, and they said he'd be here in April.
Hey, well, the update is Sakurai said he's going to be here soon.
And then it became soon.
And we still have no footage. Like, no footage. Like,
the only thing that we have is apparently his model got leaked on a Best Buy store account.
Which Why would you even like care
Why would
about
they
that?
be one of the first people to have it? Like, why would that be a ground zero?
People were mad about that leak, and it's like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Mad
Why
about
are
that
you
leak.
mad?
First of all, I saw Metroid Prime Trilogy potentially coming to the Switch. First off, that's all I needed to see. Thank you, Best Buy. The Best Buy Nintendo Direct might have been one of the best Nintendo Directs we've had in months. Let me tell you.
What did you think Joker was gonna look like in Smash? Besides, like Joker. Like, come on.
I don't know. Like, I think people were like, for some reason, expecting some like crazy, grandiose redesign, and it's like, no.
By the way, guys, we're talking about Joker from Persona 5. We're not talking about, the Joker, that one guy from that Batman comic. Yeah.
That one guy. All right. So yeah, yes. If you don't know, he is the new Smash DLC. I'm sure most people know that by now. But yo, could you imagine if Joker from Injustice 2, yeah, that one in particular, showed up in Smash? That'd be the worst decision they ever made.
Talking about the imaginary zombie? Oh, all right.
Yeah, man. And then give him his own stage. Welcome to the Joker's playground. Yo, give him teeth loops, man. It'd be the best character in the game.
He wouldn't have teeth loops in Smash. You could just jump off the stage, man.
Hey,
you could just jump.
Yeah, you could just DI. Yeah, there's a...
You could do a lot of things to get out of that Smash. He would be an awful Smash character. People would go back to Injustice 2 and pick him up in that game because they felt bad for how bad he would be in the Smash game. Like, come on.
Hey guys, we didn't know we was complaining about an Injustice 2. We know what a real low tier Joker looks like now. We apologize. But that being said,
I think Joker, I
wait,
think the
so
reason why
Nineball
we
says
don't...
he wished Batman Joker was in Smash. No, you don't.
We already went over why. But,
You knew what it was.
I'm pretty sure that the reason why they haven't shown anything for this Joker Smash DLC is because Joker's ability in Persona 5 is that he can summon monsters as personas, and so he would have to have some kind of similar ability, or he'd just summon his main persona Arsene. And so I keep saying that they're gonna make his ability like summoning spirits or other characters in the game or some shit like that.
Nah, that'll be his final Smash.
Oh God, no! But they gotta load all the assets
they'll
for
give him
that.
something similar to what Zelda has with the armor.
Or it just creates itself on the screen.
It just manifests itself and it hits you with just a standard attack.
Oh yeah, but they'd still have to put in the legwork to get all that rendered in the game for that character.
Hey, look, man, the model's already been this.
That character alone is gonna be 20 gigs.
And getting that on a Switch, man, that's a dream right there, man.
Cool.
Mwah. The spiciest of dreams.
Man, no Persona on the Switch though. Persona 5R, come on, please.
I'm pretty sure we're just gonna get a bunch of cookie crumb announcement for an 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 announcement, and they're gonna be like, bam, it's right here.
Junpei?
So yeah, Joker and Smash. There's a lot of hoopla about it. Personally, a lot of people for some reason also have this mentality of thinking that I may be a bad player, but that's only because Joker is not here to save me. And they've been saying that since Piranha Plant came out. They've been saying that since they heard there was a season pass and DLC characters.
I mean, most of those characters are supposed to come out tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next year, and there's 3. There's 3 to 5 characters in that season pass that pass.
Yeah, they said they're not gonna be coming out in quick succession. There's gonna be a much larger gap between them than there was with the characters in Smash 4 because all those characters are in this game base, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
But don't tell me that he's coming out at the end of April, and then it's the beginning of April, and it's yo, I haven't even seen what he's gonna look like, and yo, Sakurai, what's going on? Soon, my son. Soon. It's
Hey, look. You can't rush him because I'm telling you, when Ridley showed up, that was a big all caps size 8,000 font. Do not ask me for anything else again. And to go even one step further beyond than that, you guys got patch notes now. Welcome to the world of receiving patch notes.
No, those patch notes suck.
Hey, look, at least you got some. All right.
I
said welcome to the world. I ain't said you were eating filet mignon patch
it's
notes.
It's the same as Smash 4, man. Patch note. Yeah, Bayonetta is in the game. Come on. Let's be real. Those Smash Ultimate patch notes are trash.
I think they're better than Smash 4's, man. I don't care what you say.
Hey, probably. I mean,
Smash 4 just said updates, numbers, and
everything about Smash Ultimate is better than the Smash 4. So yeah, when you see that local kid down the street who's like, Smash 4 is totally better than Smash Ultimate. I'm gonna go back and play that. All right, go back and play with your 2 friends.
Man, bust out that Wii U. That's the first obstacle right there.
Jeez, yeah.
That is the first obstacle.
Hunt down the Wii U and bust it out.
Bust out that gamepad real quick. But bust the box open for me real quick. But yeah, Joker and Smash, wild. In other news, we have games journalism being games journalism at its finest. Oh. So we got people out here who
sexual harassment in the FGC. Too much water in Pokemon. Too much content in Tekken. Tag 2.
Wild articles, by the way, most of which actually do exist. But my personal favorite now is there's 2 sides to this coin, and they're both stupid. So there's an article that came out saying that they beat Sekiro with mods, and they feel perfectly fine doing so.
Yeah, because Sekiro is the Dark Souls of Dark Souls games.
I actually threw the water bottle at you this time. Fuck out of here. Boo! But yeah, they're like really, really adamant about, I use cheats to beat Sekiro and they feel fine and accomplished. And that's why this big meme has spurred on of not only did you cheat, you cheated the game in yourself. You didn't learn anything or gain anything. Like, you know the meme. You've seen it. It's everywhere at this point. It's almost as common as CJ's, oh shit, here we go again.
Oh boy.
But anyways, so they wrote that article, right? And to be honest, here's the thing. Here's the skinny. I don't care that they cheated in a single player game. I do not even give the singlest, slightest fuck of all time. I don't. I just don't.
Hey,
like,
they
who
got
cares?
to review it.
He cheated at a game.
Yeah.
And you gotta remember, back in the day, we had stuff like Game Genies, Game Sharks, Action Replay, Code Breaker, and I think there was 2 other ones, but those weren't even mainstream. They weren't important. Point is, like, people have been doing that since like the beginning of time. I mean, PC people have had Cheat Engine for decades now. Like,
yeah,
this is nothing new. So, like, the fact that he cheated, I don't care.
I've seen a man legit use Cheat Engine to get through RE2, and like watching him do that, he still struggled. And I was just like, look, man, I don't know how they thought people were gonna like get through this game like unfazed, because some of this shit that's going on right now, boy, I gotta struggle.
But here's the thing, like, if someone wants to cheat, I don't care. My issue is that they brag about beating the game.
I mean,
now 9ball, we'll get to that. There are people who will use cheats, beat a game, and then be like, look at how godlike my skills are. And then when they get exposed, they're like, nah, it took a lot of effort. It took a lot of trials and shit. Like, they're trying to boast about beating a game. And it's like, oh, we'll beat the game right here. And they'll be like, oh, well,
sorry, I gotta get back to my PC to do that, sir.
No, man, it's right here. I got it on the best settings. Oh, mother. Oh, that's my ride, and they leave. Like,
sorry, your machine doesn't have 5K like mine does. I need to go home and play it on.
Just start making up specs. I can only beat the PS4 version. Bye bye. But yeah, so it's kind of funny in that regard that, like, whatever, they cheated at a game. Now, the thing about games journalists is a lot of them are self-serving jackasses. A lot of them are those type of people who will just brag about the fact that I get to play games. But the thing about it is a lot of people are arguing that games like Sekiro need an easy mode, and because they're anti-disabled people, they're ableist, and they're only marketed towards able-bodied players, and it's wrong, and it's exclusionary that they don't have an easy mode. And here's the thing I want to say right now about that easy mode. Yeah.
Yeah, all the enemies should just kill themselves when I walk by. Like, come on.
Well, a lot of people, there's some games that have difficulties like that. I think it's called exposition difficulty, where it's like you only care about the story.
Yeah.
And it's like the game basically plays itself, and it's like, bro, if that's the case, just buy the game and watch a Let's Play. Just support the company financially. Don't even open the box. Keep it as a collector's item, and just watch a Let's Play.
You know what? This is a new market for Let's Plays now, because some of the people who complain about that say, well, I don't want to hear some jagoff, sit there and, like, say a bunch of loud commentary on the game while he's playing it. And it's like, now we can make Let's Plays where we don't say anything.
Well, that's already the thing. Those are walkthroughs. Those have existed for decades.
Nah, man, because even in walkthroughs, they got to be like, you see here, in this part
No,
here.
I don't mean those. There are actually, like, God of War. I don't forget who the guy is, but he does it for every big AAA release. Somehow, I don't know who his plug is, but when it hits 12:01 on release day, the whole game is on his channel. I'm like...
It's because he got a review copy early, man.
Exactly. He's like, I got the subscribers. Don't tell him what he does. He just says, I got the subscribers. Give me a review copy. Come on. And
that actually reminds me that I was listening to a podcast and like someone was talking about how Steam has like dev accounts. Like this person almost had access to a Steam dev account, and what it does is it makes all the games on Steam free. You just download them. Just go in there and download them. And so you get like early access to games and stuff like that. And so maybe he's got one of those. He's just like, let me just open up Steam, new game, download.
But yeah, well, maybe, but like the thing about the easy mode thing is like the people who got mad at him for using cheats, how it did it. First off, it doesn't even affect you. Number one,
yeah.
Like we could point and laugh and be like, that guy's an idiot, whatever, and move on with our life. But there were some people who looked like in the comment sections and on Twitter looked like they were losing sleep over the fact that a games journalist would have the nerve to use cheats in a video game. And it's funny because at the same time, it's like this person gets paid to play video games, and they're over here saying that it needs an easy mode because it's against disabled people and it's ableist. Let's keep it a buck. They want an easy mode in all games so they can review these games a lot faster. They're trying to expedite the timeline and the turnaround time that it takes to generate an actual review of whatever release game that they want to talk about.
Oh, it's taking me 6 days to beat Devil May Cry 5. If only there was some way to make this game easier for myself.
Exactly. Like they want to beat the game in 4 to 6 hours, rub one out, get something typed together on a Word file, and boom, they have a review. That is it.
That's right. This game has too much water. God damn it.
They want to write the review in less time it took them to beat the game. That is what they want. That they want to just have this easy process. That is it. Nothing was risked. Nothing was gained. You experienced a hollow victory. The sad part is that you don't even know the difference. They just want to get paid for even easier labor. Like, playing video games isn't easy enough as a job. Now the games themselves also have to be easy. Now, that being said, there's those games that are like Detroit Beyond Human, there's The Walking Dead, there's Rise on the Xbox One.
Yeah, we call those movies.
Or the Phantom, what was it? Not the Phantom. The Order, 1886. Games like that where there's like no challenge. The worst that the game will ever demand of you is to rapidly tap square for like 4 seconds. That is the most execution that your fingers will ever have to do during the course of that gameplay. And like someone could look at that and say, I don't like that genre of games because it's literally just a Let's Play that I'm watching where I get to make some choices when I could just watch it on YouTube or Twitch or literally any other apparatus on the internet. I could just watch and get the exact same experience, or even a more enlightening one if there's like some insightful commentary on design decisions and choice decisions, blah, 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 blah. So if someone were to say, I want those games to be more action-based or allow me to do more things, and like, Metal Gear is basically a fucking movie, but clearly you have to actually do things, and they said they wanted, if someone were to say that they wanted those games to go the Metal Gear route, you would have people saying, how dare you? You take the games for what they are at face value, you heathen. But in reverse, apparently that doesn't work. Apparently you can't say that, no, this is just the audience that they were going for. Like, apparently you can't even have genres anymore. Apparently genres are problematic.
I mean, here's the thing. You can. No one, the only people who are saying you can't are the people who are mad that they can't get into that genre because their friends are like, yeah, I really like this type of game, and they're like, man, I really wish I could like that game like my friends, but I can't play it. So
because it's too difficult.
it's too hard.
Like y'all know me, I haven't touched Mario World in forever, and let's keep it 100% real. I've been playing these hard Kaizo ROM hacks for the past week and a half, past 10 days, because my Discord was like, wouldn't it be hilarious if you had to play these games? And then I found out the people who sent them to me can't even beat them.
Of course. They just
So I was cheated and lied to. Hey, we're playing through Super Quickie World, and I'm at the halfway point. So you know what? Take that, suckers.
Well, yeah. Anyways,
I've been streaming that for a while, so
you can't please everybody.
You're never gonna please everybody. If you try to please everybody, you're gonna lose your core audience, and that is something you can't stress enough.
You could literally release a game that instantly gives sexual satisfaction when you touch it. Like you touch it, and it's like, oh my god, and still someone will be like, how dare this game decide that it knows me and my body?
How dare? But you know, the other funny thing though. Is there people are saying it's problematic because the people who wanted to keep it only on that difficulty are gatekeeping, and it's like, no, gatekeeping means we're trying to stop you from being able to play it or buy the game. We're not gatekeeping. We're just saying, nah, this game's genre is meant to have this struggle behind it. I'm not gonna that would be like if I went to a vegan restaurant and be like, y'all ain't got no steak? What you mean? That's not inclusive, dog. Or if you go to Sonny's Barbecue and they're like, excuse me, where are the vegan options? Hello? You don't have vegan options? How dare? That doesn't even make sense. You can't go watch the new Friday the 13th movie and be like, oh, my child could never see such obscene things. Jason should run around with a inflatable balloon and just hit people over the head. That's what we need for my children. That's not...
Your children aren't supposed to be there.
Exactly. You know what I mean? That's not...
system.
That's not how that works.
But this is just the result of games becoming more popular to people who don't play games. Putting an FGC event on ESPN is nice. You get to put that exposure out there. Hey, you see, people play Street Fighter competitively, and look at them. They're doing it right now. Can you do that? No? Do you want to? Yeah. Go buy a stick. Go buy Street Fighter 5. Go home. Patch the game, and then there you go. Now you can be just like Taquito.
The game because that's exactly what you're gonna
do. You can be just like Taquito. Whatever.
What's up, Sora? How you doing, dude?
Now you got things like. Things like Sekiro comes out, Joe Sixpack and, Jenny Sizzler, are sitting there, they hear from their friend, who likes to play games, but also likes to hang out with them and go to the gym and, all that shit. And he's just like, yo guys, sorry, I can't do that right now. Playing this game called Sekiro, oh, it's so cool. You get to be a ninja, and then when you die, you come back to life, and I have a prosthetic arm, and I can grab them and go, yeah! Just like that guy in Call of Duty. And they're like, huh? Just like the guy in Call of Duty.
The sad part is that's probably how the brain works.
Boom. And, they're like, oh, I want to play that. And then they buy the game. They're like, yeah, my friend told me about this game.
Hey, bro, I want Samurai Jack too.
It's so great. Oh, man, I can be just like Samurai Jack. Let me pop in the game. Hey, what's that giant thing? Oh, I'm dead.
No, man, that's not fair. Yo, can I get an easy mode? Hello?
Hey, bro, how do you do this, man? I can't, I can't do this. My reactions aren't like yours. Yo, I don't play games like you, man. Come on, they gotta put in easy mode for people like me, man. I don't play games like that. I just want to play this game so I can, have the experience like you do, man. You seem so happy, and it's like, nobody's sitting down being like, look, bro, you gotta work for this.
It's a working person's game. You know what I'm saying? Men and women have grinded these games, and they get better over time.
Putting in easy mode, sure, whatever. I mean, that could be harmless. Although those same people should also shell out the money so the devs can add this to the game, because devs, they get some bad treatment, as we keep hearing about. Hey, like Anthem? Oh my god.
I would never in a million years want to be a game developer. If I was going to be a game let me take that back. If I was ever going to be a game developer, I got to be at the top. It's got to be a me project.
Oh.
It's got to be something for my soul that I need it. I have to yearn. You know what I'm saying? I can't be on assembly line development team. Now, I'm sure that's where you're going to make your money.
I'm at a point where I've heard so many like crazy horror stories about these people who are making these like AAA games, even like games that are not AAA games and whatnot. All these horror stories that like, the next story could be, and then, my boss came out and saw that I wasn't, I didn't meet my quota, even though, I've been ahead of schedule, but, he wanted me to get this finished in like 2 hours, and I said I would get it done by the end of the day. He just came out with a whip, like, you'll do it right now, Gohan. That's right, study, read, and I would hear something like that.
That I know
like,
exactly what scene you're talking. That was in the Garlic Jr. saga, wasn't it?
Yeah. So like, I would not be surprised if I heard some nonsense like that happen. I'd be mad, but like I would not be surprised at this point because that's really how it sounds like they're running these ships sometimes. Like, it's not all game devs that are
it sounds like them
but
eSports concentration camps.
yeah. Like there are bad seeds and all this, but like the pressure of like the casual being like, hey, put easy mode in Sekiro. It's like, oh shit, we gotta put easy mode in like tomorrow because then all these like wave of casuals will get 2 million more sales. Please, you gotta do it right now. Hey, no, go to sleep. What the fuck? No, you gotta do it right now. Like,
yo, the stuff we heard about Anthem was actually despicable.
Yeah.
Apparently, the game was rumored to be in development for 5 or 6 years, and then when we saw it at E3 for the first time,
we got the result of 2 years of dev.
No. You know what's the worst part? They said
that wasn't real.
No. The developers said that what we saw at E3 the first time they showed Anthem.
That's the first time.
That was the first time they saw it. They was like, that's what we're supposed to make?
Oh, that's what we making? Yeah, so we heard you got this cool flying mechanic that you put in the game. Yo, we just took that out. What the fuck? Yeah, you gotta put that back. Sorry. This is how the game is. This is
that would explain why a lot of the verticality in those levels were taken away and why there was just such a lack of, like, the game felt malnourished. And they even said they put time gates, artificial time gates, mind you, in the game. Where they're like, no, you're supposed to sink a bunch of time into this spot because there's not enough game for us to stretch the game, so we just stretched this one section. And they were even saying that they wanted to put in arbitrary time gates like you see in free-to-play mobile games, where it's like, yeah, you can beat this part of the dungeon, but the second part of the dungeon doesn't unlock until a week into the event. So you would have to wait, or just keep grinding that one thing over and over again. And they said they were thinking about putting that in a $60 full-priced retail game.
We're all sitting here complaining about Sekiro not having easy mode, but what we should be complaining about is how, that free-to-play game, or, that loot shooter, as they call it, that came out, is just putting in shit to waste your time, so that, you have to sit there and play it more and more before you get to the point where you're just like, wait, what the fuck? This is bad! Like, this is not even good! This is just a waste of my fucking time. I spent $60 on this. Wait, what time is it now? It's been 2 months. Shit. All right. And then you come out 2 months later like, hey, yeah, that shooting game that I bought was bad, but I mean, hey, man, it's been 2 months. We don't even care anymore. Yo, we on to the next game. Yeah, you heard of the Sekiro game? Yo, that game is hard as fuck. Yo, man.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, like, you remember that episode of Net 80, the Fad Freakers?
Yeah.
They were finally hip, and they ran. All right, we got our freak on, and they're like, "Whiz, it's time to whiz."
Like, what? No. Oh, that fad was just like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'll never forget that song, dude.
Yeah, like you got game devs that are saying this game is AAA, and it's like, no, this game has like 2 hours of actual gameplay, but it's putting in a quest generator that's making it seem like this 2 hours of real gameplay is actually 200 hours of gameplay. When I'm just doing the same fucking mission 20 times in a day. In order to get this, to get one level.
Apparently, that's Anthem's endgame. Like, when you get to the endgame, like, apparently you have, like, one new area, but it's really small, and you just run it over and over and over and over again.
I've seen it. I've literally seen someone sit there and just, like, keep going to the same dungeon and, like, grinding it out like that. And I'm just like, what enjoyment are you getting from this? Like, are you really enjoying this? Like, why are you even here? Oh, this is like, the best dungeon to grind this out. Yeah, you just find a bunch of weird spider creatures over here. And like I just see all these weird explosions and like, there's some frame drops here. Like, come on, man. Like, what? Like, are you really enjoying this, or are you just doing it because it's a part of the game?
And apparently, when the developers were having some of these interviews, apparently they peeled the layers of the curtain back, and you find out this game is balancing on like toothpick stilts.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things that are just so easily like fragile in the game. Like if one thing breaks, the whole thing could just absolutely just crap itself. But, you know, we saw Fallout 76, so I mean, this isn't the first time we've seen something like that this year.
Boy, this game sure blew that game out of the water really fast, as far as, like, how fast you can find out some fuck-ups. Like, they came out...
Then you got people telling me, yeah, you can have a level 0 item in Anthem that's the best weapon in the game.
I was like, oh, no!
Not like this, Scoob, not like this. But, speaking of not like this, actually, I might as well go ahead and pull that up and see if I can find some of that. But yeah, the Tournament of Time, a.k.a. the Summit of Time, a.k.a. MK11, a.k.a. Mortal Kombat 11 Summit.
Yeah, a.k.a. Scorpion versus Scorpion, the game.
EX Teleport versus EX Teleport. So, yeah, for those of you who don't know, the voting is still going on right now and will be going on for some time. I think players get eliminated, 19 hours-ish. And the bottom 2 players will be eliminated. And currently, Perfect Legend and Big D are on the chopping block.
That sounds about right. And
the top 6 currently are Gross, Tweety, Silver Eye, Cyclone Destroyer. I was about to say Destroy.Ellipsis, and I was like, no.
Cyclone Destroyer? I have never... That is the most online-ass name, too.
Oh, bro, stop. If you don't know who Destroyer is, he's been one of the people...
Oh, okay, Destroyer. I didn't know his full name was Cyclone Destroyer.
No, Cyclone is the sponsor tag.
Oh, see, I wasn't... I'm not in the know like you. I'm not the NRS guy.
All right. Anyways. So Destroyer, he's been running tournaments, he's been running his invitationals, been doing really good stuff for the NRS community. So deserving of a spot. So then you have Biohazard at 5th, and there's a weird thing about Biohazard. So his brother is already in, Honeybee.
Here?
And apparently someone DM'd Honeybee saying, I will drop $2,000 worth of votes to buy it to your brother Bio if you show me feet pics. And I'm like,
fam, just give me the $2,000. Like I'll show you all my feet.
All 2 of them? You got more out here, bro.
I'll make some more. Don't worry.
Katana Prime is in 6th place.
Jeez.
And then 7th place is actually literally right behind Katana Prime. Katana Prime actually might get past. Is Laz, who I believe is from Australia. I believe he's Australian. Then there's Shudinky Dink and Rizza. And then you have Gur, Toxin, Rewind, Atai, Samij rounding out the safe for this round fold. Oh yeah, Atai and Samij in last out of all the people.
Wait, Samij, Gur, and Rewind all have to get voted in. These dudes who are like the top of Injustice 2.
Yes.
Like all of them and KP. Somebody, we gotta talk to somebody about who's picking these people.
That's literally what I said. But I get they're going with the gimmick of Summit of Time. So
you got
some people who are considered the MK9 OGs will get in on the MK9 resume alone.
But Sonic Fox has so much clout that like his stream crew should be able to get in too. Because I mean, he can vouch.
Well, no, you know what this is.
We gotta make these entertaining.
No. Every time, I'm guaranteeing you right now, this was gonna happen with Samij. Right when we get to that threshold of him about to get cut.
Hey boy, let me give you
the
that
bag.
Echo Fox.
He's noble.
Ah, yeah.
Samij is noble. So
noble eSports.
They're gonna pour the bag. Bag's coming. These sponsor bombs are real.
But yeah, like KP, like the whole. Okay, most of the people who have to get voted in, you can make an argument as to why, but.
Samij Katana Prime, I don't understand.
Samij, like, you don't really get to see a lot of his, like, personality besides in, like, Sonic Fox's streams and that, like, 1 or 2 times that he got interviewed after he, like, won a tournament. But Katana Prime, like, that man was, like I saw him on a GameStop ad, and the dude that worked there was like, yeah, man, that's Katana Prime. He's, like, the best MK player ever. Mind you, I was like, this dude doesn't know shit about fucking MK. If you're saying
really
that,
great player, but like, not number one.
He was not number one.
But when your personality can carry you like that, like
number one commentator, but like number one player, no, he was up there. He was doing well, but like number one.
Okay.
I was like
so wait, Brave Walker, you may not know how summits work. This is how summit works. When it comes to are you the best player? Are you the GOAT? Summit does not matter. Summit doesn't care about that.
That's not how
Summit
it works.
is basically reality show the tournament. We're just going to get 12 to 16 players who have some sort of merit to their name. Put them in a house, and they're going to have rock, paper, scissors tournaments. They're going to play Mafia. They're going to play Connect 4.
I mean,
they're going to have Jenga tournaments. And it's
the
just entertainment.
Reality show is a bad way to put it, because that gives people Cross Assault vibes.
Okay.
It's more of like this is an entertainment package you've got here. This is all about entertaining people.
It's going to be people who are connected by whatever game that they're having for the summit.
It's about
just
generating
chilling.
hype. Yeah,
that's it. It's chill house.
It's one to show you that the players are, people just like you. They're relatable. They chill. They have lives.
It's a
whatever.
giant advertisement.
Yeah,
for the players, the game, and everything.
And the tournament scene. Like, hey, if you go to a tournament, you get to chill with these dudes too. Hey, you see they have these cool sets over here, but they're also cool people.
Well, yeah, like that's what I said. There's going to be sponsorship bonds. Like if you're sponsored, like, oh, you're about to get eliminated from Summit. All of a sudden, I got 5,000 votes just out of nowhere, just overnight, dude. And the way you get votes is you have to go to their shop here to get votes, and you buy the merch. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the merch. The only thing that I personally was a fan of was kind of this shirt, but I got enough shirts over here. I don't need that. And I thought the poster would be pretty dope. I don't even know what the poster looks like. I didn't buy the $275 because the $275 and the $175 and $150 or $250 version are signed, which means if you get this early, you can buy this and it'll be signed by all the players. You could get $275, which is the last chance signed, which is going to be signed by all the attendees at the event. Yeah, like it's kind of like ridiculous, right?
So, who are the commentators that are going to be there?
All right.
Because
but before we get into that, the only thing that I bought was the $25 version of the poster, which is right here. That's what I bought because it's $25. If the poster is gonna have this type of design, I wouldn't mind hanging that. That sounds like something I could hang and it'd be fine. It's got Shao Kahn on it. It has Shao Kahn on it.
By the way, yeah, Shao Kahn pre-order, DLC. If you haven't seen all those trailers at the very end, where
they're trying to really enforce nah, you gonna buy the Shao dude, bro.
They're doing everything but showing how he actually plays in the game.
Exactly, and they're having a rock paper scissors championship. Like it's basically you fund what you guys want to see at these events. That's how this has always worked.
Yeah,
that's Summit for you. Now, some people are angry because it's just a popularity contest. It's just who you know and not how good you are. And I'm like, yes.
That's a fact.
Welcome to voting.
There are events like this, in the real world, guys.
It's welcome to voting. Welcome to voting.
Out of all the tournaments that happen,
it's basically invitational, but you choose who you invite.
Yeah, we're allowed to have the one tournament where it's a popularity contest. Like show what you can do overall. Show your overall fame for this game.
And that's just Summit in a nutshell. So, I mean, there's that.
But, man, who are the commentators? Because, KP is not in, even though this man has nice hair. He got light skin. He got nice facial hair.
I think I want them young man crushes, bro.
Yo, man, this dude is a good commentator, and he knows how to play, but he's not going to be one of the commentators at, like already chosen. Come on, man. You can't tell me that you don't mention an NRS game and don't think of Katana Prime on the commentary.
I mean, you're not wrong. I
know he was out there, commentating Soul Calibur and whatnot, but there was no NRS game for him to commentate during that time. He's allowed to go out and commentate some other things. He did Dragon Ball for a little bit. He did some Street Fighter. He did some, he did some of that stuff.
So your commentators for Summit of Time. I wanted to make sure I can get an image with all of them that was official.
They got
they got ketchup and mustard, which obviously makes sense.
Of course,
but then they have Wonder Chef, who has done. I've heard him do Injustice 1 commentary.
He was also a good Injustice 1 player. For a good amount of time. So
we got Mr. Aquaman, which makes sense.
Yeah, Mr. Aquaman is like he's definitely become the promo face of MK11. So,
and then you have mustard and ketchup, obviously, and then a super shy guy. And that is the only one I don't know.
I've
That is
seen
the
him.
only
like,
one I do not know.
I've literally seen him commentate like once.
Oh wait, see, I missed one. Repo, my bad.
Rip.
Yeah, Rip.
That's the thing that doesn't make any sense. That's wild. That's
Well, I could
wild.
have swore he did the commentary for the IPS season 1.
Probably.
Like I swore he did IPS season 1 or ESL. He did one of or E League. One of
I
those
think-
tournaments.
I think he did ESL. He was definitely at E League, but I don't know if he did E League for Injustice because I actually don't remember a lot of E League for Injustice.
But I do remember him doing commentary for that. But anyway,
Rip has done some commentary for NRS games, but Rip is not like an NRS commentator. That's why it's
it was
weird
either that or it was Evo. It was some big tournament that he was at.
It's weird that they chose Rip over Katana Prime. Katana Prime is like the Rip of the NRS like scene there, you know? He's like got the Hollywood connections. He's, you know, he can like put on the suit, make himself dapper. He's got the eSports, you know, eSports adjacent commentary going on. Like,
But, and this is a big but. This is a juicy, succulent but.
okay.
Maybe they knew if they put Katana Prime in the voting section, they would get more people to vote.
No.
Which means more money coming in.
If you really wanted to do something like that, put Sonic Fox in the voting.
Well, no, that would just be disrespectful.
No. They could make a case because of Injustice 2. like they could really just make a case of like, you know, Sonic Fox wasn't doing as well at the end.
If
so,
this was
if
this was the Injustice Summit, sure. But for the Mortal Kombat, you can't.
Nah, man, you can, because this is a new game. We don't know what he's going to do. But yeah, we're just trying to put the shine towards people who weren't, you know, player of the year. So, you know, we all know Sonic Fox is going to be there. You know, he's a shoo-in. But, hey, wouldn't it be amazing if Sonic Fox wasn't? You know, like, you know, they could, like, spin it that way if they wanted to. But instead, they did this to Samij, Gur, and Rewind, and Katana Prime. Like... They don't have that Sonic Fox clout, guys. Like they got. I
don't think like 99.9% of the FGC has anywhere near that type of clout. The
NRS,
only person who's competing with that man is Max.
Max is definitely,
and that's
like,
a completely different level.
Max is definitely above Sonic Fox clout wise.
That's what I mean. Like that's the only person. That's the only person like who's made it to that level.
Now that you've got people who are like getting annoyed when Sonic Fox says he's gay, like and you know people are like, yeah, he's gay, he's a furry, and it's like he's a player and a person too. Like we can like y'all don't have to really like push that in our face every time you talk about him. Like he's good at the game. Like
he says those words. I'm gay. I'm afraid over and over and over and over because he knows people will get mad over just that.
Yeah, Sonic Fox is a troll. Like everybody needs to stop. Like first off, just watch a set where there's like, you know, where he's at somebody's house playing a set with somebody or something like that. As soon as you hear that laugh, you know.
And you know exactly what laugh we're talking about.
That man's a troll. Just watch one of his archives of his like MKX streams with Samij, Rewind, Perfect Legend. You know, like watch one of those streams and just hear what he says. Hear you know how he laughs when he's beating up his you know friends over there. That boy's a troll.
But like I said, you know, if you know he does it because he knows.
He knows it's gonna tick off some people.
People get really annoyed and really mad.
Yeah. And they can't do anything about it because, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, he's winning.
I mean, at that point...
he's really winning.
At that point, I'm surprised I haven't seen a tweet that just says Sonic Fox, breathes. Twitter.
Because, you know, that moment is kind of simmered down because, you know, Sonic Fox is, like, focused now. He's in the lab. You know, see, we don't know. Sonic Fox probably has that secret copy of MK11 so he can come out the gate just beating up everybody.
Well, the game recently went gold, so early copies are... being sprinkled across the map.
Oh, jeez.
You know, people being bold with it. They be on Twitter talking about some bro.
That's right. I got it.
They be like $175 and a copy is yours, my friend. I'm like, $175 for 2 weeks early?
Yo, $175 nice you can get the hands. Like, what do you mean?
Nice try.
Yeah, I got your money. What's the password? Scott Pilgrim, yeah, at the very end, with these is like, what's the password?
But yeah, that aside, I think it's time we go to a new section, a new segment, just for Abdul, called Abdul's Entertainment Expo.
What?
Oh, I didn't tell you about this? Well, you will be able to talk to us about various topics such as Game of Thrones and Sabrina on Netflix. Go for it, kiddo. It's all you.
All right, yeah. Time for an Abdul lore minute. Yeah. So Game of Thrones is coming out this Sunday. People are hyping it up. Boy, if somebody asked me, when does winter start or when does winter get here? Somebody asked me some shit about winter. I might just lose my shit because it's been too long. Like that joke is old because it's been that long since we got any new Game of Thrones content besides teaser trailer. Hey guys, Arya's gonna be at the castle. Hey guys, did you know that Sansa's gonna be in the next season? Like, come on guys. As far as Game of Thrones goes, it's gonna come out. And either the first episode is going to be like a big reveal of some crazy stuff that's about to happen, or more likely it's going to be, a softer episode, building up the world, building up, the circumstances of characters that we want to show up, to certain areas like where, Jon Snow is at so that we can organize this final battle. They show up there, they have their dramatic entrance. Oh my God, brother, I haven't seen you in so long. Where have you been? That kind of thing. I'll tell you all about it later. All the trauma that I've endured to get here, I'll tell you about it later. Because Game of Thrones, boy, the trauma these kids have. Anyways, yeah. Who knows what's gonna happen with that Game of Thrones? We'll probably end up having, Bran come through with his superpowers. That's right, Night King, it is me. I'm the one who's going to fight you, and then he's gonna grow like 20 feet tall and fucking stomp on him. Who knows? Who knows? But anyways, Sabrina season 2 came out on Netflix. I just started it yesterday. So if you don't know about the new Sabrina series on Netflix, it's based on the Sabrina comics, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, instead of the old Sabrina 90s, TV show where it's like, oh, what do I do with all these pancakes? Instead of it being like a lighthearted sitcom sort of thing, this is really dark because it's all about witchcraft and the actual dark parts of witchcraft, to gain your to be accepted in the coven, you've got to sign your soul to Satan. You've got to sign it in blood so that the devil owns you, and he's like, when he wants it, he's gonna show up and be like, yeah, that's right, it's time, you got to work for me. I gave you the power, so now let's go, we're doing it, army, let's go, whatever. Sabrina was like a super annoying Mary Sue in season 1, and up until the very end of season 1, it's just annoying how she was always just like, well, I'm just gonna do this because I'm a teenage girl, and they should respect me because I'm a girl and I'm half human and I'm half witch. They've got to respect me, right? And it's like, no, they're adults.
They can choose.
They've seen the world. Some of them have been alive for 6,000 years. You can chill. Season 2 is better about that. Because Sabrina's gotten more humble towards certain things, but she's still a Mary Sue about some things so far that I've seen. But so far the best part is that in season 1, they show Satan here and there. They show the Dark Lord, and he's got his Baphomet design, so it's goat Satan, the goat head, and he's got the weird chest and stuff like that, long nails, all of that. He shows up in season 2 and he talks, and it's like the Dino bad guy in Power Rangers Dino Thunder, where he's just like, yes, that's right, I am the bad guy, you will listen to me. And so it's wild, but there's still other crazy stuff happening there. It's gonna gain traction the more people who watch on Netflix, because there's a character in the show who, season 1 was really hinting at it and jabbing at it, and just kind of yeah, you all understand.
Mesogog?
Huh?
Mesogog?
Yeah, Mesogog. That's true. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. But yeah, there's a character in Sabrina. One of her best friends is a girl named Susie who, she is struggling with her identity, her gender identity. And so, they're all season 2, towards the end of season 1, she was kind of pushing this like narrative that she's not the gender that people think she is, that she's actually a boy, even though she looks like a girl, this and that. Season 2 just out the gate, they're just like, yeah, Susie's not a girl, because there's like one moment where one character like sees her and they have like the gift where they can really see things, and they're just like, oh, hey, little boy, how's it going? And she's like, no, I'm a girl. No, I see you. I know you're a boy. Oh.
Oh.
Sabrina is not a spin-off of Riverdale, by the fucking way. There's like a little moment in season 1 where they like reference Riverdale because it takes place in the same universe. Some of the same people from who made Riverdale made this one, so it's got that same vibe to it. But nah. If this shit happened in Riverdale, nah. So yeah, what else? On My Block season 2 came out on Netflix. That show is secretly dope because it's really funny for the most part, but it tackles some like real struggles here and there about like kids who are growing up in not Compton, but damn, I can't remember where it is, but like they grow up in like basically they grow up in Free Ridge. I think it's in Cali, but they grow up in an area that's got like a lot of gang activity going on. You've got the Hispanic gang, and then you've got the gang with the African American people, and they're button heads all the time and shit like that. And so you've got these like kids who just started high school, and they're also like growing up in that town, and it's all lighthearted at first. They got their friend group going on, but one of the kids, his brother, is like top dog in the Hispanic gang, and so he's also looked at as, hey, you're also going to be like really important in this gang, right? And so it's showing like him struggling with having to deal with being in the gang and like gang activity, also protecting his friends, also being a teenage boy, all this other stuff, and it's wild. Second season started, and they tackle a lot of like surprising issues, like there's like a whole blurb of like a woman who she legitimately like leaves her family because she was embarrassed that that her kid and her kid's dad weren't dark enough to pass off as being just rich white people, and so she tries to live that rich white life, not let people know that she came from some of that crazy gang activity, because she's got some of that secret racism going on inside of her. You got that, you've got kid who was in the gang or whatever, like the fucking gang hates him, he's homeless, all this other crazy stuff, all the while somebody's trying to kill him because he let that dude live. He was like, hey bro, I'm not a killer, and like you seem like you're all right, so you know what, I'm gonna let it slide, just fade out and it'll all be good, I'm just let it slide. And of course that dude was trash. so there's that narrative going on. Whatever. That show's out. A new season of Santa Clarita Diet is out, where it's like a weird zombie show where Drew Barrymore is this realtor who she gets like really fucking sick in the beginning, and it turns out she basically became a zombie through some sort of like crazy curse. And so the show is about this suburban white family doing what they can to feed this zombie mom, because for all intents and purposes, it's kind of like God, what was that movie? The movie where the zombies became human again because of love and feelings and stuff.
Oh God, no! I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember the name of it right now. Shit.
Chat, help! Chat, help!
But yeah, like I don't know. It's kind of like that. In the sense that
Warm bodies.
There we go, warm bodies. Yeah, in the sense that the zombies in the series are not like grotesque, like like dumb husks who are just trying to eat brains. It's literally that she's pretty much herself. she just, doesn't feel pain and, that kind of stuff because she's dead or undead. And she acquired a taste for flesh.
Question: speaking of zombies, wasn't there a show where there was like a zombie detective?
Yeah, that's oh my god, iZombie. That show actually is like super dope. The zombie principles in that show are the exact same as Warm Bodies. Besides the whole you being a zombie and getting loved will turn you back into a human. That was bullshit. But yeah, the rest of it were like
It's
like if you're
like Attack on Titan.
oh jeez, if you're a zombie and you eat somebody's brain, you actually get their like memories and their mannerisms and basically adopt their personality for like a week or two. And so she uses that to like solve murders because she was she worked in a morgue. Because she was actually like a med student who was like on her way to being like top doctor or whatever. Goes to a party, everybody's going crazy. She's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. She gets bit by a zombie because turns out drugs turn people into zombies. So yeah, she worked in the morgue so that people wouldn't suspect that she's a zombie low key, and she would just eat the brains of like dead people that are there so that she doesn't like flip out and like yeah. So yeah, that show actually ended up like going like really good places, and I think like the first 4 seasons are on Netflix now. I don't recall whether or not it's getting another season, but it's at like a pretty we're about to end this show kind of point as far as that goes. But yeah, shit, what else is there? I think that's it as far as like shows that just got added. I finished on my block. I started Santa Clarita Diet, but I'm kind of like dropping that for Sabrina for a little bit. Yeah, Dragon Prince Season 2 came out on Netflix recently. A lot of people are flocking to that show because I believe it was made by the same team that made Avatar: The Last Airbender. A coworker of mine talks about it. I don't think She-Ra Season 2 came out yet. Yeah.
I think it said it just got another season. I don't know if it ever actually surfaced or anything.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think it's come out yet, but like yeah, She-Ra getting another season, that's not surprising. Honestly, when I see that show, it reminds me a lot of Steven Universe, except it's like Steven Universe with She-Ra, but like this is Steven Universe before all the like fans got crazy and they're just like, oh, we've got to like appeal to them, like all that stuff started going on. So like the wholesome parts of Steven Universe put into like She-Ra Universe. Yeah. Shit.
Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that's like Black Mirror, but with animation, and I haven't watched it yet because I'm tired. I'm so tired of Black Mirror, setting the precedent for shows now of like, yeah, oh my god, it was so fucked up this scenario that they thought of. Oh my god, I can't believe they put that in a TV show. That's why the show is so great.
Shock value doesn't equal great TV.
Yeah.
I don't care what the WWF told you.
Like, oh my god, my boyfriend was being a shit, and I was so mad at him, and then he got into a crazy car accident and died, and he left me pregnant. I don't know what to do. This company has reached out to me and told me that they have an AI that can take all his social media and allow me to talk to him and Skype to him and stuff. They said they're going to send me a robot body so that I can actually have, like, a functional, like, replica of him in my house with this AI. We're kind of crossing some lines here. Oh man, this is great. Oh man, he's pleasing me a lot more than the original boyfriend did. This is crazy. Oh my god. Okay, this is kind of creepy. He's not actually my old boyfriend. He's just a weird program that assumes it would do what he would say. This is getting kind of weird. Shit. Moral gray area. Ooh, In other news, guys, did you know that Kim Kardashian is studying to be a lawyer now?
All right. You know what? I think that's about a good place to end it. All right.
I'm sure there's something else we have left to talk about.
Well, I'm not about to think of it.
I mean, there's nothing else on the list? Is that what you're saying?
We're at the end of the docket. That's all she wrote. Unless you want to talk about the fact that racists are trying to take over the rainbow flag.
I mean, hey, you take the wheel on that one because you
Look,
know
I
more
don't
about this than
even
I
want
do.
to talk. But anyway, so all know 4chan and /poll and how they get down, and now they're making posts where they're having like the rainbow, but each part of the rainbow flag that's normally meant for the LGBTQ plus community, instead of saying something wholesome, it says in each color divide separate places for all the races.
So, are we ever gonna talk about how 4chan is not even like the real 4chan anymore? It's just
Well, no, there are a lot of people who are people who are just like, I want to be included, like the Sekiro people we talked about.
Yeah,
I
those
just want to
people-
be on these threads
yeah.
because I heard they're great.
all those people who are like fanboys and fangirls of 4chan are now what is 4chan now, and that's why like these cringy things
4chan
happen.
does crazy things, and I want to be a part of the experiment.
Yeah, most of the like real like 4chan people just went to Reddit, and now like Reddit is like a tame place after what is it, Jailbait got shut down. They're like, oh shit,
Do you remember NeoGaf?
NeoGaf is still a thing. NeoGaf is still the same. The nonsense. That's like all GameFAQs tier of the FGC right there. Like that is NeoGaf. Sometimes I really just think NeoGaf is like the GameFAQs of the FGC with some of the hot takes that people put out there on that.
There was an attempt. I think anywhere where you have a congregation of people from all over the world, you're looking for shit show. Like, it's just gonna happen.
Oh yeah, that's why like you go to Reddit, you can go to like the unpopular opinion Reddit. You're gonna have that one person that's just like, yeah, I'm just saying this to get you guys to like go wild. And
Like,
go
it's
crazy.
not even their real opinion. They just want the smoke in the comment section because
Like-
they know if they have like a tame opinion somewhere else, no one will care. But if you go on like unpopular opinions, you're just like,
Oh yeah. PSA real quick, since this reminds me now, since Game of Thrones is coming out and Avengers is coming out, in a few weeks, let me just say right now, if you're one of those people who wants to put out the hot take of, oh man, I never watched Game of Thrones, or oh man, I've never seen a Marvel movie, good for you. That's cool. Nobody cares. Like if
I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but like outside of the fact that you just brought a segue for me to say that,
yeah.
I'm not over here on Twitter. Man, I ain't never watched this Game of Thrones trash. What is this garbage?
Like, oh man, I've never watched Game of Thrones. I don't understand the hype, guys. I'm sorry. If you want to be on the hype train, just watch Game of Thrones. If you don't, continue not watching Game of Thrones. Like, it's not for everybody. like honestly, it's not for everybody. Like, Game of Thrones is definitely not for everybody. Avengers in Marvel movies are definitely not for everybody. You got to deal with a lot of fucking bad movies to deal with Marvel movies right now.
Don't even talk about Age of Ultron, bro.
Mediocrity. That's what you got to deal with. Man, every time people talk about Age of Ultron, I forget some of the things that happened in that movie.
That whole fight at the end,
Yep.
I was like, man, that was on a floating city. Damn.
That was such a bad idea. They took Ultron, who was a dope ass. He was actually really dope in the movie, and they just reduced him to like shit at the end. They were just kind of like,
When Vision gave him the easy hands.
boy, when Vision showed up. Okay, so the scene with Vision like showing up. First off, let me say this: the scene with Jarvis showing up in a body and talking to everybody, that was dope. Only for the joke that they set up in the beginning of the movie. And the fact that they didn't like throw it out there for all the stupid people who are watching the movie. They were like, oh man, we're all drinking. Hey Thor, I bet I can pick up your hammer. Yeah, only the worthy people can pick up the hammer. Shit. All right. Iron Man pulls out the gauntlet. Damn, I can't pick it up. And then Jarvis comes out. And he's like, look, guys. We don't have time to dilly-dally around here. We got to stop Ultron right now. Now, you ready, Thor? He's like, all right. and that's it. End of scene. He's just like, I'm worthy. Here's your hammer. Let's go.
We got things we got to do, fam.
Because I think like right before that scene, someone was like, hey, another computer program that's in a body? How can we trust this one? And he's just like, come on, guys. We don't have time for this nonsense. And he gives them the hammers like, hey, I'm worthy. Let's go.
Man, if the hammer trusts him, that's good enough for me.
It's like, you shouldn't go with that, but all right. I'll allow it. And then they went to that final battle where, all of
What
that
is it called,
shit.
Sokovia or something like that?
Yeah, Sokovia. And all that nonsense going on there. And Quicksilver dies, which what the fuck? Like that was just random. That was actually just random. He was just like, oh my god, Hawkeye, you're gonna get hit by bullets. Oh shit, I got hit by bullets. I'm dead. It was just like, wait.
Couldn't you just push them out the way?
Yeah, you could have pushed him out the way. You could have like pulled him out of the way. You could have done a lot.
He was like, my contract's up.
Meanwhile, X-Men movie comes out right after, and their Quicksilver is stopping time. Like he's just over here.
I think Age of Ultron came out second.
I don't think so.
Well, no,
or maybe Apocalypse came out afterwards. And
no, Apocalypse came out afterwards, but Last Stand happened before.
Yeah, so like they had introduced that Quicksilver, but Apocalypse came out and he just showed out. He was like, look, if you guys are in a bad situation, I'm gonna just put on my headphones and looks like time has stopped here. All right, you go here.
Yeah, when he went through the mansion,
there.
that was wild.
Yeah, that was that was perfect. That's exactly how it should have been in Avengers. Not the same like camera tricks and whatnot, but like
look, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Since we're talking about movies, I'm just gonna end the podcast on this. I understand why these movies have to like explain stuff to the point of almost ruining it for smart people.
Yes.
Like in Us. There's a scene at the end where they go over the top and explain that yes, they switch spots. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna spoil the movie, but I'm just gonna say that there's a part
spots.
where, I'm not gonna say who. I'm just gonna say they switch. There's gonna be a part in the movie that tells you this explicitly.
Yep.
But you didn't need it due to the context clues that were sprinkled throughout the movie.
But he had to put it in for the people who loved Get Out, and they came to see his movie, but they're not paying attention to what's going on in the movie.
But the reason why I bring this up is because I will never forget when me and Carlos went to go see Jurassic World 2.
Geez.
Terrible movie, by the way. But the fact of the matter is, there's a part where you find out the guy is able to make clones of dinosaurs, and then you're like, they literally beat it into your brain that this guy has the power to clone anything that lives, not just dinosaurs, anything that lives. Then the caretaker tells you that, remember when your daughter died, and I took care of her. Now, keep in mind, the caretaker is like 80 years old right now, telling him, and I took care of her. But now she's taking care of this other little girl. But then a photograph comes out with her as a young child that looks exactly like the girl who she's taking care of, right? But then in that picture, that caretaker is like 30. And this girl in the back of the theater goes with a straight face, oh my gosh, she has a twin sister somewhere. I can't wait for them to be reunited.
Yo, we got to do a service to these people, man. When you're in the theater and you notice it, be like, hey, oh, man, that dude is dead. Hey, oh, yeah, that dude's going to be the bad guy. Hey, oh, yeah, Spider-Man's gonna take the girl over to her house, to pick her up, and her dad is gonna be Vulture.
Forget that. When we watched Into the Spider-Verse, that dude was just like, oh my god, who was that? That's Donald Glover? I died.
Yeah, that's right.
Some Hispanic kid was like, who's that? Because they didn't know who Prowler was.
Yep.
And
yeah, that's Donald Glover from Homecoming.
Yeah, they're just he's like, oh, that's Donald Glover, and he said it with that accent, and I was like, yo, I'm done. Keep me out.
Oh man.
But yeah, I've been your boy Ninja Bread God. This has been Solo Fraudulence, aka Disaster Abdul, aka John Blackhorn. And we would like to say
John Redcorn of the FGC, sir.
Yeah,
Get
John Blackhorn. Right. That sounds like buffoonery
over
there.
Don't you dare warp that name like that. Nice try.
And you have been watching the Clout.EXE's Clout.wave visual podcast. Hello, everyone. And goodbye, everyone. I will see you guys at some other time, probably tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern, playing some good old Apex Legends. And hopefully not being accused of roasting people.
Come on, man. Like you don't have to throw in that take.
That's not a take. That's facts. I hope that doesn't happen again.
That girl's nice.
She probably is.
Hey, man.
I don't doubt it. I'm just saying. I hope I don't get accused.
Nah, man. Next time, just don't say it to your Discord chat. Just say it to the player chat. There you go. She'll hear it and be like, oh, a joke. Are you telling jokes?
But they went back and listened to it anyway.
Yeah, but she had to put in the effort. That's why she was mad. That's the real reason why she was mad.
All right, I'm done with you, sir. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.